Hey guys, here's another example from class. This is what we worked on today, dividing decimals by decimals, and these videos will help you with your homework and help you to review later. If we are going to divide an example like this one, 4.86 divided by 0.2, we have to set up the problem correctly as a division problem, so we need to understand which number it is that we are dividing. So we have our dividend, which is our number here that we're dividing, and we're dividing it by 0.2, which is our divisor. So we set it up correctly by putting the divisor on the outside of the division symbol. We talked about in class that this curved line, we call it a visor. Like if you were holding your hands above your head like you were wearing a visor, it kind of helps them remember this curved line is the visor. And since this is the divisor, it goes outside here. And then dividend is comes at the end here, or underneath the division symbol. So the dividend is the one that goes underneath. Just a couple of little goofy things to try to help students remember where they go, because if they set it up incorrectly, then obviously they're not going to get the correct answer. When you divide decimals, you want to make the divisor a whole number. Right now we have a rational number, or a decimal, and with 2/10. So we want to make this a whole number by shifting the decimal point over to make it look like the number 2. The rule is, when dividing, if you shift it here once, you must also shift it with your dividend once. So we are making an equivalent decimal, not an equivalent decimal, we're making an equivalent division problem. 0.2 and 4.86, when we move that decimal over, would look like this. The whole number 2 divided by 48.6. It is an equivalent division problem. If you took out your calculator and you divided 4.86 by 0.2, you would get the same answer as 48.6 divided by 2. Fractions are just division problems, and so 48.6 over 2 is equivalent to 4.86 over 2. It's just two equivalent division problems. But now that this is a whole number, now that our divisor is a whole number, we can divide it like we would with our regular long division. But what I ask my students to do first, before they start doing that, is to copy the decimal point from the dividend to where we are going to put our quotient or our answer. Because once we've moved it that one spot, it's not going to move again. So we can go ahead and copy it up here so that we're ready. Now we can divide like we normally would in long division. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. We subtract and we bring down. Okay? 2 now goes into 8. 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. We subtract and bring down. 2 goes into 6. 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6. We get a remainder of 0, so we have a terminating decimal. 24 and 3/10 is our quotient. It's the same as if you were to solve this, because they're equivalent division problems. So those are very friendly numbers. Not every division problem that you're going to get on your homework is going to be that easy, but those are the basic steps that you take to divide decimals by decimals. The biggest thing you have to remember is you are moving this however many times you need to move it to make it a whole number. We only needed to move it once to make 0.2 into the whole number 2, so therefore we only move the decimal in the dividend once. That has to match. This move has to match this move every time. I'm going to do another video called part 2, and I'll show you what you need to do if you have some numbers that aren't so friendly and you have to move this decimal more than once. But I hope this helps you on your homework tonight. You can apply this exact same method to the questions on your homework. Thanks for watching.